Hi everyone, welcome to SKR Yoga and Wellness. My name is Sam and this is my YouTube channel. So today's class is very special because it was actually filmed on location in Cape Breton, which is in Nova Scotia on the east coast of Canada. So the class itself is a half-hour flexibility flow and it is set on some really spectacular scenery. And also, if you listen really closely, you can actually hear seals in the ocean that were next to me while I was doing this class. It is pretty amazing. I give very minimal cues for this class so you guys can really focus in on the setting and the vibe. I think this class is probably best geared towards anyone that already has a little bit of knowledge in yoga. There's also a bonus video from Cape Breton. My boyfriend and I were on this trip together and we put together this travel vlog, kind of like a behind the scenes making of this class. So as soon as you're done this class, be sure to hop over to that video and watch that vlog. Also, fun fact, this location that you're about to see in Cape Breton is actually the same spot where I filmed my intro for the channel, which you're about to watch. So enjoy. So we're going to begin in a seated meditation. Find a comfortable position on your mat, sitting up nice and tall, whether that's cross-legged or sitting on your heels. And just begin to follow the flow of your breath. Follow the journey, beginning first from your nostrils, then filling up your lungs, expanding your rib cage and your belly, and then reversing that journey on the exhale. Now we're just going to come to a tabletop position. We're going to roll through some series of cat and cow. So inhale, arching the back, lifting the gaze. Exhale, curving the spine. Just flow through a couple cycles of this on your own time, following your own flow of breath. And we're just going to step our right foot through in between the palms to find a low lunge on the right side. Arms come up overhead. Now drop both palms to the inside of your right foot. Turn out your right toes and find lizard pose. Walk your hands back in, realign that front foot so the toes are facing forward, tuck the back toes under, we're coming to a high lunge. Now drop your back knee down onto the mat and re-extend it. So we're making this more of a dynamic movement here, coming in and out of our high lunge. From here, we're going to come into a twist, so exhale, open your arms up to the right side. Inhale, bring your arms back up overhead. Twist to the other side, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Twice more like that. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center. Drop your palms back down to the mat. Step back to plank and find your flow. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. Drop the knees back down to the mat. We're going to do that all again on the left side. So stepping your left foot forward to find a low lunge. Arms re-extend back up overhead. Bring the palms back down to the mat, both on the inside of your left foot now. Open up those left toes. Walk forward to lizard pose. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Frame that front foot, tuck your back toes, find your high lunge. And once again, floating that knee back down to the mat and re-extending it. Do this about 5 times. And we're finding our twists once more, exhaling over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Last one, exhale to the right. And inhale to center. Float those palms back down to the mat. Step back to plank. Find your flow. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Hold here for about 5 breaths. Bring your eyes back between your palms and step or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, find a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your shins. And inhale, float your arms all the way up to stand. And then stand nice and tall at the top of your mat. Separate your feet about an inch or so apart. You're going to grab a hold of your right wrist up overhead, and on an exhale, find a side bend. Inhale, recover. Switch the grip of your wrist, so now we're holding the left. Exhale, fold towards the right side. And on an inhale, recover out of that side stretch. We're going to fold forward at the waist, coming into Padangusthasana. So place your palms underneath your feet. Inhale, re-extend your back, find a long spine, and then on the exhale, bend your elbows, fold forward over those legs. If this stretch is too intense, please feel free to keep a generous bend in your knees. And release those palms from underneath your feet. So you're going to step your right foot back at about a 45-degree angle. Keep your right fingertips down on the mat. Open your left up to the sky, finding revolved triangle. Release that left hand back down to the mat. We're going to find a wide-legged forward fold. So rotate your toes and your body to face the long edge of your mat and just release your upper body. Interlace your hands behind your back and stretch your elbows. Find a shoulder release. Release your hands back down to the mat. We're going to turn out our feet, so heels are in, toes are out, and bend your knees and transfer your weight over onto your right leg. Then we're slowly going to walk, transferring our weight over onto our left knee And continue to alternate between lunges using your hands to help you. And if you feel strong enough and want an extra challenge, continue transferring your weight with your arms fully extended out to the side. Our final lunge will be to the left. Plant your palms back down, facing the back of your mat now. Step back to plank, and we're going to flow through our flow. So exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. And so we've now changed directions, facing the back of our mat. Lift your gaze in between your palms, step or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, find a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over those legs. Inhale, arms come up the side to bring you all the way to stand, palms together. Exhale, bring your arms down to stand up nice and tall. Repeating that sequence on the second side. Grab a hold of your left wrist this time. Exhale, fold to the right. Inhale, back to center. Switch your grip. Exhale, fold towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Now on an exhale, fold forward over those legs. Find that same palm underfoot pose. Inhaling, finding a flat back. And exhale, bend your elbows to fold over those legs. Release your palms from underneath your feet. Step your left foot back, finding a 45-degree angle. Left fingertips stay down on the mat. On an exhale, lift your right hand up towards the sky, finding a revolved triangle. Float that right hand back down to the mat. Swivel your body so you're facing the long edge of your mat once more. Interlace your fingers behind your back and extend your arms, stretching out those shoulders. Release the grip of your hands, and we're going to open up those feet, turning out our legs, bending into the left knee, and alternating our weight over to the right, continuing to switch sides at our own pace. And once again, if you're looking for that challenge, try extending your arms out to the sides as you do this. We're all going to meet back with our weight on our right knee, facing the front of our mat once more. Swivel back to find plank position. And go through your flow. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From this down dog, lift your right leg up to the sky. You can open up that hip, lift it up as high as possible. Bend the knee, and we're just going to find some hip circles here. So move at your own pace. We're just trying to open up the hip even more. And on an inhale, re-extend that right leg. Swing it through in between the palms. Flip your back foot so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. And find warrior two. On an exhale, extend back to find reverse warrior. Bring that right hand down beside the arch of your right foot. to find extended side angle. Bring both palms back down to the mat. We're going to step up onto that right leg, coming to standing splits on the right side. Now on your next exhale, bend in that left knee and cross it all the way behind your right ankle, so we're coming into a seated position here. Right fingertips go behind you, left arm reaches up on an inhale, and on an exhale, find your twist. On your next exhale, release your twist. You're going to step back into a plank position and go through your flow once more. We all meet back in downward dog. Now we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky, opening up that hip, bending the knee, going through a few hip circles here at your own pace. On an inhale, re-extend that leg, swing it forward in between the palms, spin your back heel, find warrior two. On an exhale, reach back to reverse warrior. Now bring your left palm down onto the mat, extended side angle. Look back down to the mat, bring both of your hands back down onto the floor, and stepping up onto your left leg, finding standing splits on the second side. On your next exhale, bend that right knee, place it behind your left ankle. Bring your left fingertips behind you, right arm on an inhale reaches up, and on an exhale, find your twist. On your next exhale, release that twist. Come forward into plank position and roll through your flow. Once again, meeting in downward dog. Release your knees down to the floor. We're just going to come into an easy child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Lift your gaze back up, and we're going to swing our left knee forward in between the palms. We're finding pigeon pose, so sitting up nice and tall on an inhale, and on an exhale, fold forward over that front knee. You're welcome to stay here for a bit longer, or lift your gaze back up and find the full variation of King Pigeon pose here on the left side. So hooking that back foot into your elbow, sitting up nice and tall. Release that hook of your foot if you were in the full variation. We're going to roll over our sit bones to find head to knee pose facing the back of our mat with our left knee bent, right leg extended. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg. On an inhale, reach your arms long to recover back to a seated position. Cross your ankles underneath you, coming back to tabletop pose, facing the back of our mat now. Bring your right knee forward to find pigeon pose here on the other side. Once again, inhale to find a long spine, and exhale to fold forward over that front knee. Once again, you're welcome to stay here or find the full King Pigeon variation on this side. Release the hook of your foot or come back up to a seated position. We're going to roll over our sit bones facing the front of our mat once more. Once again, inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over that front leg. On an inhale, reach your arms to come back up to a seated position. We're coming all the way down onto our backs with the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. On an exhale, you're going to push into your feet to come up into bridge pose, lifting the hips and rib cage up off the floor. And release the hips back down onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. We're going to come into happy baby. So knees can be wide, grabbing the outsides of your feet. Feel free to rock from side to side. And now release your feet back down to the mat. We're going to go into wheel pose, or you can always repeat bridge pose if this feels too difficult for your spine. Otherwise, bend your hands in beside your ears, and on an exhale, push up into wheel. And we'll be here for a few breaths. And tuck your chin to roll out of this posture, releasing your back down onto the mat. And hug your knees in, make yourself into a little ball, lifting your head up off the mat. And from here, you're just going to release into Shavasana. So extend your legs out underneath you, arms by your sides. Take up space. And just totally release all tension and stress from your body, melting into the floor. And once again, try to follow the journey of your breath from your inhale all the way to the end of your exhale. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana for an extra minute or so, but this is where I will leave you. I hope you've enjoyed this on-location class in Cape Breton. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to SKR Yoga and Wellness. Thank you once again for doing this practice with me. Namaste.